Alright, so I did a video a little bit back talking about Hamilton and its Disney Plus version and why I think Broadway shows should start to be recorded to have theatrical releases and things of that nature. But I also said I wanted to do this video, which is actually doing a consumer content review on Hamilton itself, the Disney Plus version. I knew since it came out in 2015, 2016-ish, that I heard about Hamilton. I heard how good of a show it was and how good of a play it was, and I just really wanted to see it. But of course, as some of you might know, especially when it comes to that last video I watched, definitely check it out. It can be hard. It can be hard to either have the finances or the time to go see an almost 3-hour play. In fact, the runtime for the Disney Plus version is 2 hours and 48 minutes, and that's with a 1-minute intermission when it comes to the actual Broadway plays, because my wife and I have went and seen The Lion King on Broadway. That had like a 15-minute intermission or something like that. So it takes up your whole evening. That's not to mention if you want to go out to dinner before or after, drive time, all that stuff. And so it was really nice to finally have one to watch in home where you're just comfortable, pop some popcorn, or you make some dinner, and you grab a drink of choice, and you're ready to go. So Hamilton is fantastic. Of course, it follows Alexander Hamilton and his life from about the time he reaches the United States, the colonies, and then all the way through pretty much the Revolution and the beginning of the United States. Super, super cool play. It's done in sort of this more hip-hop rap vibe. I don't know if some of the other songs I would classify as R&B, but most of the time it's that quick style of rapping and singing. It's the quicker pace, and that's really cool because a lot of the more traditional plays, musicals, Broadway shows have more traditional singing styles, and so it's really cool to see something just a little bit different, something that is really entertaining, especially to a newer generation of people. I think that's the key here, is that a lot of the newer generation, even though they might not like the traditional play, musical, Broadway show, I think they'll enjoy this one. When it comes to the actors and the actresses, they all played phenomenally. The actor who played the king in Hamilton is actually the voice actor for Kristoff in Frozen, so that was really fun, and I thought he played the role super well. Even though he was a very minimal character, his presence was just super, super fun. Like I said, the whole show was just super good. The stage setup was really nice. What they did is in the center of the stage, they actually had 2 rotating floor panels. The first one, which is the innermost, was just like a circle, and it spun one direction, and then they had an outer ring that could spin a different direction or in tandem with the middle, and they used that really well to their advantage. There was a lot of times when things would rotate and meet, and they used that as a visual aid, and it was just super good. There was one song in particular after a sequence, and it was just really, really well done because of the way they rewound time using the lightings and the stage presence and everything. It just all looked really good. It was one of my favorite transitional stages in Broadway, at least from the 2 shows I've now seen from it. Overall, it's been received really well with a lot of success with the tomato meter and audience scores and things like that, which doesn't surprise me. And the fact that it's on Disney Plus only bodes that much better for Disney. This is one of the interesting things about Hamilton. If you didn't see my other video, once again, shameless plug-in, the show, or the movie, whatever you want to call it, was originally supposed to have a theatrical release. It was supposed to come out in theaters, but they had it locked in the vault till 2021. But since we all got stuck in our homes, they decided to drop it on Disney Plus, and I think it was a smart move for them to do that. Either one would have made them more money. I think a lot of people have at least tried the free trial for Disney. That way they can watch Hamilton. I think it's a smart move. I thought it was really good. This isn't a thing on Disney Plus, but a lot of people think you only want to get Disney Plus because you want to watch old Disney movies or some of the newer Disney movies coming out. But Disney Plus does have a very wide selection outside of their original Disneys. They also have their Disney Channel shows, they have all the Marvel shows and movies, and that's a lot broader than I thought it was going to be. They have Star Wars, which comes with everything Star Wars, which is really nice, as well as originals like The Mandalorian, which was a huge selling point to Disney at the beginning. They also have Nat Geo, which if you're kind of into Nat Geo, there's a lot of really cool things to watch there. There's a lot of really interesting things that can be said about Disney and their Disney Plus model. They've even come out and said that they don't care if they lose money on it. They're dedicated to having the service for fans of Disney. And I think that's really cool. And they knew probably over time they were going to get things like Hamilton and some of the other movies to put onto the platform. Overall, I really do think Hamilton's a really good play. I don't want to spoil anything talking about the plot a little bit. Like I said, it's Alexander Hamilton's life. If you know anything about it, then you'll probably see a lot of really good references and things from it. If you're not as familiar with it, or you fell asleep in history class, that's something that you might want to brush up on, or something you might just want to take in with fresh eyes. I think it's a really good opportunity to do that. When it comes to just the overall experience of Hamilton, it's just really, really fun, especially when you got yourself dedicated to something like this for 2 hours and 48 minutes. It's a big chunk of time, and you're in this world that they've created for quite a while. And so I think it's really good for parents, talking to them for a minute, especially about the content rating. It's definitely when you start hitting the tween to teen age in terms of what it talks about, especially in some of the language. The Disney Plus version is, I believe, set to PG-13 or TV-14. I can't remember if they did the movie rating or the TV show rating. I don't remember. But I will say that that's probably about the appropriate age range for it. It is dulled down a little. After we watched it, I downloaded it on my phone. I downloaded the musical album and have been listening to it. And there are a few words they took out or they silenced. And after listening to the soundtrack and then watching it again, because I like it, there was a couple words they either censored out or moved around and did things like that. So it's not like they censored it, but they just made it a little bit more kid-friendly, but they didn't censor everything. They didn't censor all the words. There's still definitely some mature content. Some of it's somewhat implied, and some of it is kind of done kind of hilariously. Like I said, I don't want to really give anything away, but I think it's fantastically funny. The way they portray some people is really good. The way they portray Charles Lee, I think, is really interesting. I'm not a huge history buff, but I found it kind of humorous the way they portrayed Charles Lee. George Washington was super well done. Of course, Alexander Hamilton was phenomenal. The Schuyler sisters were just beautiful and harmony. Just all around, like I said, I think it's just a fantastic play, a fantastic musical. I definitely recommend the musical. If you get an opportunity to start a free trial to watch it, do so. If you own Disney Plus, I don't see how you haven't seen it yet. If you are on the fence about watching it at all, please let me give you the rest assured to watch it. And here's what I want you guys to do. Either if you've watched it, comment down below what you thought of it. What was your favorite parts? What was your least favorite parts? If you haven't seen it yet, watch it and then comment down below. If you would like to see more, please like the video, subscribe, because YouTube algorithm is ridiculous. That means even if you were to subscribe, you might not even know I ever post videos. But if you would like to know if I want to when I post videos, you can hit the subscribe button, and then there's a little bell icon. If you tap the bell icon, that means every time I upload a video, you get notified the moment it is available. So please subscribe, hit the bell, like the video, and comment. The liking and commenting does absolutely nothing for you, but does everything for me. So if you can do that, that would be fantastic. I hope you guys have a fantastic time. If you have anything that I would like to, make videos about, whether that's TV, movies, music, books, anything in between, technology, that is why I'm here as a channel, is to consume and talk about it with you guys. And I would love to keep that open conversation going in the comments below. So please, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.